Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this beautiful look while telling you guys a little bit about myself. So this is my model. Her name is Genesis. She is so beautiful. So hello. So I'm going to be starting off with the Cosmetic Rose Water Toner to clean her face. You know, when they say tell me about yourself, that's when you realize you don't even really know who you are. That's when does it happen to you? Because it happens to me a lot. When I hear tell me about yourself, that's when I forget who am I. After cleaning her face, I'm going to be using the snail mucin for more hydration. So guys, my name is Judith, a professional makeup artist and a content creator based in Enugu, Nigeria. And I'm also from Enugu. So I think what I'm going to be doing right now is telling you guys a little bit about my makeup journey because it's quite an interesting one. So after hydrating her face, I'm going to be using the Pond's Oil Control Primer on her brows. Just control the oil around her brows as usual. And then next I'm going into it with the Cosmetic Moisture Bomb because she has like combination skin, so I just want the skin more hydrated. So I started off my makeup journey in 2015. I was in Abuja, Nigeria, and I came down to Enugu to school, and I discovered this amazing makeup artist who trained me. Her name is on Instagram, she is Phil Tamara, but her name is Oluchiwobi. So she was the one that trained me. I discovered her and I fell in love with her job. I was already doing like a part-time makeup in Abuja, and I was like a hairstylist then in Abuja, and I was in like a part-time makeup. So I discovered her and I enrolled for her to train me. Then I'm using this power seal to control the oil around her T-zone, just to control the oil and make sure it doesn't excrete my oil. So I texted her, and that was it. I trained with her for 1 month. Then I was working as well. It wasn't really easy, but I had to make it work. So primer next. I'm using this primer all over her face, dabbing that in with patting it in, sorry, with my hand. Don't drag a primer, guys. So after that, I had to go back to work because I needed to raise money to buy products and the rest of them. So after I raised like a certain amount of money, I went back to her to like a 2 weeks upgrade. After the upgrade, I became her intern. So I was working for her as an intern. It was like an unpaid internship. I was also gaining knowledge. So after the primer, I'm going to be using these two foundation. This two combination of foundation is amazing. Melanin and Nuban Beauty is your plug. Try it and come back and thank me later. So after interning with her, I was working for her and I was going for jobs with her, gaining more knowledge as well. Along the line, there was an opening at Inglot, Nigeria. When Inglot was still in Nigeria, I applied and luckily I got the job. And I was working at Inglot. Oh my god. During the work at Inglot, that period when I was working at Inglot, oh my god, guys, it wasn't easy because we work for 7 hours 30 minutes, so we work for straight and you have to stand. You have like 30 minutes break, and 7 hours, you work for 7 hours and you have to stand throughout your 7-hour shift. You don't sit down. You come, do your makeup, looking all glammed up, looking like a mannequin, because you have to look like what you are selling. We sell makeup products and also do we also do makeup there, so you have to look like what you're selling. So we come all glammed up, looking really, really attractive, because when you pass, you want to see, oh my god, why are these girls looking like this? Let me go in and see what's going on there. So that's how you attract customers, and it was good. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to be blushing her face with this shade from the iMagic lip palette. I enjoyed it, and along the line they had to relieve us of our job because they were going to take Inglot from Enugu and merge it with the one in Lagos. So we were out of jobs as of that period, and the good thing is that they told us ahead of time and they paid us like upfront, like they paid us like an extra for us to manage. So I'm going to be contouring her skin with this Nuban Beauty concealer in 049 and make sure that's well blended into her skin, and using my brush to like make sure it gets to the hairline and not interrupt the frontal. So I was out of job that period. I was still in school. Okay, I was in my final year in school for the program I was doing. That was the last year I had in school, like the last semester, and I was going to write like the final exam. So I wasn't looking for a job as of that time. I said, okay, fine, since I'm out of my job, let me just concentrate in my studies, or concentrate on my studies rather. So I wrote my exam and I started using my room. I had just one room. I started using my room as my studio. So I'm concealing her face with the Nuban Beauty and the Illy Girl in Phone. These two combo amazing, 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 amazing. That's the word. Try it, you will love it. So I was using my room. I was sleeping in the same room I think as my studio as well. And guys, it wasn't easy, but I just like, have to keep going. I started like trying to build my clients base, and it wasn't easy. And it wasn't just easy, it wasn't easy one bit, but we have to keep going, have to keep pushing. You can't let it, you can't let it win. You have to win, because you can't win if you don't try. But if you don't try, you are already losing. Does that make sense? So I just had to like, keep going and keep going, and the rest just keep going. And along the line, I became like a distributor for wearing clashes, like a distributor in Enugu. I buy and I sell. She sells to me with on a distributor price. Like she gives me a distributor discount. Does that even make sense? Yes, a distributor's discount. There's a price for distributors, and I sell at the retail price, because money has to be made one way or the other. Bills has to be paid. So I was still using my room. It was a one-room apartment. I had my kitchen, I had my bathroom and my toilet, but my bedroom was where I had my vanity mirror, where I was taking clients. So I'm going to be setting under her eyes now with the Nuban Beauty setting powder. But before doing that, I'm going to use a pressed powder to set it first. But before doing that, I have to like blend under the eyes first. So I use the Nuban Beauty setting pressed powder to set it, then go ahead with the Nuban Beauty setting powder in mustard to set that in. So I was still using my room, and along the line, I got married and I left for my husband's house. I started staying with my husband, and my studio, I turned the house like completely to my studio. So I was working there, and something happened in the apartment where I was staying. Some people, there was like store under the apartment, was upstairs, and under were stores, like shops where people rent and do their businesses. So when the restaurants moved in, they locked the main gates where we used to enter the compound, and open the back gate. So when you want to go into the house, you have to go through the back gate, and through that back gate, like the backyard, that's where the restaurants people cook their food. So when you're coming in, you're perceiving all sorts of smell of food, where they wash their pots and the rest of them. So it became really messy, and I couldn't take it, so I had to like move out. So when I moved out, there was no place for me to be working from at that moment. So I was not taking jobs that period. So I found a studio where I was sharing with another makeup artist. So time to do the eyeshadow. This is what I'm using to do the eyeshadow, colors you can see from here. And I used my Tara eyeshadow base on the lid, and I made sure it's well blended before going into it with the eyeshadow like this. So I have to make sure it's well blended. That's it. Just blend and blend and blend. Make sure it's well blended. That's the word. So I got another studio where I shared with another makeup artist. I stayed there for 1 year, and during that 1 year, I wasn't feeling comfortable like sharing the space with that makeup artist anymore. So I wasn't just comfortable, so I had to move out. So when I moved out of that place, I was looking for a studio. I kept looking, but then I couldn't find. And already I had my first son, which made me like take a little break from makeup, and kind of slowed my business a little. So when I was sharing that studio with the other makeup artists, and I was already pregnant for my daughter, so it really like slowed down the process. It really slowed down my business, and like took me a step backward, because I had to like take a break from my job. So it wasn't an easy one. I just took a break from my job, just a little bit. So when you're using a black eyeshadow, just make sure you build up like I'm doing in this video, guys. Don't pack a black eyeshadow straight up to the face. Make sure you build up. If it's not enough, you can always add, but if it's too much, you can reduce. So I'm just smudging under the eyes with the same black eyeshadow I used. So when I couldn't find a studio, and it was stressing me, and I just had my daughter, I just brought everything from my studio to my house, because my house is big and I have space in my parlor, and I have like an extra room. So I was just stuck between should I use the extra room or should I use my parlor to work? So I said, okay, fine, I'm going to be working from home until I feel like, okay, this is what, like, I feel like, yeah, I'm ready to like move out. Because then going to work with a toddler and an infant was going to be so difficult for me. To intensify the blush, I'm using this eyeshadow from this eyeshadow palette just to intensify the blush a little bit, and I'm blending with powder. So I'm using my Beyond Beauty gel liner to line her waterline. So going to a job or going to the office with an infant and a toddler was going to be so difficult for me. So I said, okay, fine. The best thing for me is to start working from home. And I've been working from home since then till now. It's been a year and 8 months. I started working from home. So all this beautiful look I create and put up here, I work from home. I don't have like an office yet. So this is just like a very little part about my makeup journey, just like the surface, but this is not like the detailed journey of my I don't know, but this is not the detailed story of my makeup journey. So like I said, a little bit. So guys, this, I think I'm going to like do like a full video like my makeup journey. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see that video. Let me know and I'll make sure I make that video and put it up here for you guys. So from this little story I just told you guys, don't let anything be your limitation. I kept moving and moving and moving and moving, and that's how I will keep moving until I get it right. Because currently I'm looking for an office and I'm going to move out from the house. Like I'm going to move my work out from the house. So don't let anything be your limitation. You can work from anywhere you are. Don't say until, oh, this is turning to a motivational speech. I was going to just tell you guys a little bit about my makeup journey. So I'm doing the brows now with my Davis brow pencil. Like this pencil is an OG and one of the cheapest. This pencil is like 200 naira in the market. So this pencil, I love this pen. This is what I use all the time for the brows. So this is turning to a motivational speech. I was going to just say a little bit about my makeup journey, but then let me just use this opportunity to tell you, don't let anything be your limitation. So for the lip, I'm going to be mixing this brown lippy and this pink from this palette to line the lip. I don't want the liner really dark. I don't want it intense. I just want it light on the lip, just as you can see right now. It's not really dark. So don't let anything be your limitation. Don't say until I get a studio. If you don't have a place to work from, try to work, like do home service, or try to like get a studio to share with somebody. You don't necessarily have to wake up one morning and become a boss. It happens to some people. It happens for some people like that. Maybe they have like a very great support, someone to support them. But if you don't have that, you don't have to wake up one day and become a boss. You have to grow and build your business, guys. Even if you have someone to support you, like you have like a great support, you don't even still have to wake up one morning and become a boss. You have to learn and serve. So while serving, you are learning, and you're learning how to handle your business. Because waking up one day and just opening a studio and start, being your own boss without learning how it works and everything, trust me, you're not going to find it easy without the knowledge. This is the Inglot lip cream lipstick. It's in a pot. So this is what I use on the lip after using the Blood Cosmetic paint in the middle of the lip. I just asked her to smack and try to blend that out. So guys, just make sure you try to learn, grow your business. We don't just wake up one day and become an adult. We went from infants to a toddler. Okay, yeah, went from a newborn to an infant to being a toddler to being a teenager to being an adult. So I'm using my Nuban Beauty setting spray to spray this face and make it into one layer, and I let it dry out almost completely, like 95%, and I use my beauty blender to seal that in. So we went from stage to stage. So business, you have to take it from stage to stage, and this is my model admiring her look because she looks amazing. So I'm using my Tehila Beauty cream blush to intensify the blush, and I'm also using the Tehila Beauty highlighter to highlight her face. So guys, I hope this little story will motivate you to start from wherever you are. Don't wait until you get a studio. Don't wait until you get a high-end product. This is So Pro Cosmetic highlighter dust. It's the pink dust. Don't wait until you get this, until you get that. Start from somewhere. Start from wherever you are, and trust me, you will grow. This is the mop setting mist. This is to also bring the makeup together and make it into one layer also, and also give it that glowy look. So I'm using my classic lip gloss to gloss her lip. I don't ever leave the lips without glossing it unless it's on request, and I hardly have clients or model who request for a matte lip, so which is a win-win for me. So next I'm going into her skin. I'm going to be intensifying her, adding volume to her lower lashes using my Wing Beauty mascara to do that. So I went back to the other side to make sure it's even to the other side. So guys, this is just a tip of the iceberg when it comes to my makeup journey. I hope you enjoy this video, and this is the finished look. Whoa, sometimes I do makeup and I just sit and I admire this look. What is this beauty, guys? And this will come to the end of this video. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're yet to, and I'll see you guys in my next one.